Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. Well, today many residents enjoyed a day off in celebration of Liberty Day, and the man to whom that honor fits, David Hamilton Jackson. On St. Croix, dozens gathered at the park in Estate Grove Place that's named for Jackson to reflect on his life and his contributions. News 2's Erica Parsons has more.
Let's change the negative use of freedom, or we'll lose the positive altogether.
Pros and ceremony marked the celebration of Liberty Day and David Hamilton Jackson Day.
If no one speaks out, then no one takes offense.
For decades, the Grove Place Action Committee has organized the Liberty Day event to educate the community about D. Hamilton Jackson's life and legacy and to reflect on the man.
I'm here to replenish, to renew, to reinvigorate, and to be inspired by the man, his work, and the legacy we honor today. The journalist, the labor leader, the advocate. I call him the first delegate to Congress, and Judge David Hamilton Jackson.
I generally relate D. Hamilton Jackson to a Martin Luther King of the Virgin Islands, okay, in the Caribbean. He was able to bring us forward to encourage better wages. Because of him, we have unionization here in the Virgin Islands today. Because of him, we have better opportunities, better economic opportunities.
Today we have freedom of the press, we have labor rights and labor unions, and we are American citizens. Thank you to the passionate efforts of D. Hamilton Jackson.
Liberty Day is also known as Bull and Bread Day, but organizers say the focus needs to remain on Jackson and the freedoms he fought for.
The idea of the theme Bull and Bread came about as a result of after speeches were given back in the day by Hamilton Jackson, Lawson would donate a bull, a leg of bull, and that would be to provide meals for the people that came around to listen to the information that he was spreading. I've been fighting for 29 years to try to dissuade people from that thought process, because as you see here today, we're supposed to be starting at 1, is running late, but you don't see the crowds out now, simply because a lot of people don't come to hear the message of the day. A lot of people come for that, the Bull and Bread. Today is Liberty Day, Liberty Day, D. Hamilton Jackson Day. That's what we really are celebrating.
Williams also used the celebration to take the crowd on a journey down memory lane to see Grove Place as it once was.
Next to the Richards' home is the baobab tree. And if you didn't know, I'll tell you proudly that that baobab tree, at least from what I've learned over the years, is the largest baobab tree in the Caribbean.
He did it because the village of Grove Place raised an entire generation.
Grove Place celebrates this day with a whole bunch of respect and homage for this guy, not only because of what he did, but because of what this community represents.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
President Obama is pushing for more jobs in America, and he's going around the world to do it. Congresswoman Donna Christensen attended the president's launch of the Select USA initiative on Thursday. The goal of the program is to bring jobs and investments from around the world to the United States. Christensen met a VI delegation there who was led by the Economic Development Authority's Jennifer Nugent-Hill. She was also there to meet investors and business leaders. She said it was important to not only support the president, but the VI government's willingness to be a part of this important effort. Well, Governor DeYoung said the Attorney General's opinion that the VI's internet gaming law is legal means great opportunity for the VI. He said it opens the doors to $39 billion industry, and he fully supports this chance to move forward.
I'm comfortable that at least we're in a position with the approval and with the AG's opinion to start exploring this in a way that it can be a diversified revenue stream for us, and a revenue stream that allows us to tap into revenues and players outside the territory in addition to those that may want to locally. We need to diversify our revenue stream. We need to look at opportunities rather than continuing to tax the existing base of individuals and companies, and this gives us a chance to do that. Second, we now have the technology. I think that with the broadband infrastructure overall that we have, clearly we're well positioned to do and have internet gaming.
Well, funeral services are set for Staff Sergeant Lyle Dervin Turnbull for November 2nd, 10 a.m. at the Church of God of Prophecy. His body arrived from Dover Air Force Base on St. Thomas Wednesday, October 30th at the Cyril E. King Airport during the honorable transfer ceremony, and he died October 18th while serving in Kuwait. Turnbull died from a medical emergency, according to report, and his death is under investigation. He was assigned to the 62nd Expeditionary Signal Battalion, 11th Signal Brigade, Fort Hood, Texas. Sergeant Turnbull was a 2000 graduate of Charlotte Amalie High School. Criminal Investigation Bureau detectives arrested 45-year-old Estate Mon Bijou resident Claudio Ponce Jr., charging him with breaking and entering into the John H. Woodson Junior High School and removing equipment. His bail was set at $50,000 and he was remanded to the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility.
Police said on October 9th, just before 8 a.m., they were called to investigate a break-in at the Woodson School. Police found that the main office window was broken with a brick. School officials said 4 laptop computers, a flat-screen television, a LAN radio, several computer cords, and a projector were taken from the main office. Police were able to review video surveillance of the break-in and launched an investigation to identify the suspect. Ponce was charged with third-degree burglary, unauthorized presence on school premises, and destruction of property. Police have not retrieved the stolen items.
A St. Croix man was robbed on Wednesday night while he tried to dump his trash. Police say the victim was at the Mon Bijou dump site around 8:20 when 3 armed suspects approached him and demanded money and the keys to his truck. He gave them cash and his keys, and the 3 men got into the victim's pickup and drove away heading north. 2 of the suspects are described as dark-skinned and 1 was wearing cargo pants. The other suspect was light-skinned and wore a white t-shirt. Police recovered the vehicle about an hour later, abandoned nearby. The victim was not hurt. Well, a gunman opened fire at a TSA checkpoint at Los Angeles International Airport, triggering a massive police response and evacuation. A TSA employee is dead and several people are injured. Terry Okita has the latest from the scene.
Police and paramedics swarmed Terminal 3 at Los Angeles International Airport after someone opened fire this morning.
He proceeded up into the screening area where TSA screeners are and continued shooting and went past the screeners back into the airport itself.
One man in a TSA uniform was able to walk out, but another employee was rushed out in a wheelchair with an apparent chest wound.
The preliminary work figures we have, and these 2 could shift, is reportedly 1 TSA officer dead, 4 others injured.
Passengers inside the terminal heard the gunshots.
Right when I heard the shots, I looked over my shoulder and everybody was running towards me saying, "Run, run."
Other passengers saw the gunman.
And I noticed he had an assault rifle, a huge gun, strapped over his shoulder.
Authorities evacuated the terminal and set up a triage area.
So we got out and they told us to stay underneath the plane.
CBS News reports the suspect is in custody and wounded. Terry Okita for CBS News, Los Angeles.
Keeping our eye on the economy, Apple's new iPad hit stores today. The iPad Air is thinner, lighter, and runs faster. The starting price is just under $500. Well, October was a good month for U.S. automakers. GM, Ford, and Chrysler are all reporting sales gains for the month. Analysts say the 16-day government shutdown in early October did keep buyers out of showrooms, but they returned in the past 2 weeks. This is the New York Stock Exchange with Scotiabank Stock Market Watch. Everything up. The Dow 69, NASDAQ 2, S&P 5. Coming up on News 2, the right goal is getting ready for another spectacular show this weekend. Love Michael Jackson? This one should be a thriller. Plus, the 340 boxers are lending a hand, and you can too. You can make a happy day just by doing that. Details coming up. Seaborne Airlines reps are celebrating because on Monday, the St. Croix Seaplane Terminal was named in remembrance of the achievements and life of Captain Sven Ovesen Jr.
It was out of respect for the contributions of individuals from St. Croix, what they've done for St. Croix, and what they've done to develop themselves as Cruisians in the Virgin Islands, that we saw it fitting that Captain Overson's name should precede that of Maureen O'Hara Blair. And so we had no vengeance, no hate, or no disrespect for that particular family, but we had the love and the respect and understanding for the contributions of Captain Overson. And so today we are pleased to be here to recognize the contributions of the captain to recognize the dedication and support of his family, his in-laws, the Frederiksted and St. Croix community for what Captain Overson have brought to these Virgin Islands. We thank you for allowing us to come on his behalf and to name this particular facility.
Well, the launch of Make Happy Day campaign was held on St. Thomas yesterday, and 340 boxers were on hand to purchase a hand. Last year, Make Happy Day raised $2,444 in St. Thomas for the Therapy Association and Disability Advocates, and $1,937 in St. Croix for court-appointed special advocates for the Virgin Islands. McDonald's is working to increase that number this year in St. Thomas. Proceeds will benefit My Brother's Workshop on St. Croix, and proceeds will benefit Lutheran Social Services for the Virgin Islands, which runs the Queen Louise Home for Children.
There are 3 ways in which you guys can give a hand, which are, first of all, you can come out to the restaurants and purchase a hand for $1 up until November 14th. You can purchase a Big Mac voucher before November 14th, and you can redeem it the day of Make Happy Day at the restaurants, or any Big Mac that's purchased on November 15th.
Well, are you a Michael Jackson fan? You won't want to miss Invincible, another show lined up for the new season of the Reichel. On October 5th, the Reichel Center launched its 35th anniversary and has scheduled a calendar of dynamic and diverse performances. On October 5th, the Reichel Center launched its 35th anniversary, scheduling a calendar of dynamic and diverse performances, including Invincible coming up this weekend. For those Michael Jackson fans, this one is sure to be a thriller.
Before he passed away, he took a look at about 40 tribute acts. These are the kinds of acts you would see in Las Vegas or perhaps Atlantic City. And he put a seal of approval of about 5 of them, and this is one of the acts. What you're going to see is the closest thing to seeing Michael Jackson live. It's full of precision dancing, all kinds of songs. It takes you through his career from the Jackson 5 all the way up to his passing, so you get the good oldies like stuff like Off the Wall. After that, we are going to have the return of live theater to the Reichel stage. That's going to be on Saturday, November 9th. We are bringing a wonderful Broadway production called Black Angels Over Tuskegee, and the final show for the end of the year is on December 6th, and that's Denise Graves. We'll come back the new year, 2014, and kick off with Common. So all the hip-hop fans who are out there that love Common, January 11th, I guarantee you that show is going to be sold out. We will also have shows in February. We will have Sarati, which is an East Indian with a little touch of Bollywood.
The Reichel has some new additions to accommodate the entire family.
First and foremost, we've made changes to our concession area. There's definitely a smoother process at concession, and we've added a new bar called the Sky Bar, and that's inside the theater up towards the top.
Many showed up to get a taste of percussions from the Queen herself, Sheila E., and the Sahar Dance Company gave the audience a taste of Egyptian Oriental belly dancing, but much more is in store in the coming weeks.
We wrap up the season in May with Maxi Priest. I can't think of a better way to close the season at Reichel than with a great reggae show from a dynamite international reggae star. He still performs, he's still fantastic, and that's another show that we know is going to be hot and ready to be sold out, so definitely get your tickets soon.
Well, tonight we have 4 adorable puppies for our Pet of the Week. 4 terrier mixes came in today, and as usual, they're fun and playful. If you're interested, be sure to call the Humane Society at 775-0599, or you can visit the website.
Today we have 4 adorable little boogers from the Humane Society. They're terrier mixes. They're about 2 months old. They're not named yet, obviously, because there are so many of them. If you are interested in any one of these little guys, please come down and check them out. Mention that they were on TV2 on Friday. That way you can figure it out. And as always, if you need help spay or neutering your pets, please let us know. We'd be happy to help. Thank you.
Some cuties for sure. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.